Alright, picture this. It's a late evening at Reagan National Airport, Terminal C, Gate 12, the kind of place where the air smells like stale coffee and everyone's just trying to get somewhere else. The hum of suitcase wheels, kids whining, and those garbled PA announcements fill the space like background noise to a bad dream. I'm standing there, just another face in the crowd, watching this woman, let's call her Dr. Maya Ellis, step up to the counter. She's got this quiet confidence, navy blazer, carry-on parked neatly by her side, looking like she's just come off a long consulting gig. To most folks, she's just another traveler. But to the gate agent, Karen Walsh, she's a problem waiting to happen. Karen's got this pinched look, mid-50s, hair sprayed into a helmet, and a smirk that says she's been running this counter like her personal fiefdom for years. You know the type thrives on the tiny bit of power she's got over your boarding pass. Maya hands over her passport and ticket, calm as you please, but Karen's eyes narrow, like she's sizing up prey. "Where'd you get this upgrade?" she snaps, voice sharp enough to cut glass. Maya doesn't flinch. "I bought a full fare ticket," she says, smooth, even, like she's explaining something to a kid. Karen snorts, loud enough for the whole line to hear. "Sure you did." She flicks her hand toward a painted line on the floor. "Step aside." The crowd shifts, people start whispering, phones come out. A teenage girl named Riley angles her camera just right. Maya's voice stays steady. "I'll comply, but I want a supervisor. And I'm keeping my documents." Karen leans in, her perfume stinging the air, and dangles Maya's passport like it's a used tissue. "Your documents? Honey, I see people like you all the time thinking you can push the rules." Maya doesn't bite. This isn't about rules. It's about procedure. Then it happens. Karen holds the passport up, catching the fluorescent light, and rip. The sound tears through the terminal like a gunshot muffled by paper. She rips it again, deliberate, slow, the golden eagle on the cover splitting in half. The crowd freezes. A kid gasps, buries his face in his mom's coat. Riley's phone zooms in, her whisper caught on mic. "Oh my God, she did it." Karen tosses half the passport on the counter like a trophy. "Step aside for verification," she says, smirking like she's won something. Maya looks at the shredded pieces, her proof of identity lying there like trash, and says, low and clear, "Why would you do that?" Karen's reply is ice cold. "Because I can." The air shifts. You can feel it like the moment before a storm breaks. I'm standing there, heart pounding, wondering if I should say something, but everyone's just watching. Riley's video's already live, racking up views. A businessman mutters, "This is insane." An older couple clutches their bags, whispering about government property. Then Maya pulls out her phone, dials, and says 8 words that hit like a thunderclap. MS. "Ellis, initiate the gate-level audit." The crowd stirs. Karen laughs, brittle, like she's still in charge. "Who do you think you are?" Maya doesn't answer. She looks at the supervisor, who's just shown up, looking annoyed. "Seal the counter footage. Preserve body cam data. Chain of custody stays intact." The supervisor blinks, realizing this isn't just a passenger complaint. 2 airport cops step in, belts clinking, faces all business. "Ma'am, we need to talk privately," one says. Maya nods, grabs her bag, and says, "Bring the passport pieces." As she walks to a side room, Riley's phone follows her, the TikTok counter climbing 10,000 views, then 50,000. The crowd's buzzing now, no longer just passengers, but witnesses to something big. Karen's still behind the counter, clutching her half of the passport, but her smirk's fading fast. She thought she won a petty power game. She had no idea what she'd just unleashed. In that beige interview room fluorescent buzz, bolted down table, Maya sits like she owns the place. The cop across from her shifts, uneasy. "We need to understand what happened," he says. Maya's reply is razor sharp. "Start with evidence recovery. That's a U.S. passport, destroyed by your employee. That's a felony." The cop blinks. Most people beg or stammer, but she's giving orders. Back at the gate, the supervisor's sweating, barking at Karen, "Hand over the passport halves now." Karen's fingers uncurl slowly, like she's letting go of her last shred of control. The crowd's louder now, phones everywhere. Riley's video hits 100,000 views, comments flooding in. "That's a crime, right? Why is she so calm? This woman's not normal." By the time Maya steps back into the terminal, the story's gone viral, 500,000 views, then 1 million. Twitter's exploding with Gate 12 takedown. A college kid tweets, "Agent ripped a black woman's passport. This isn't incompetency, it's racism." The airline, Sky High, is in freefall. Their HQ's on the phone, voices overlapping. "Fire her." CNN's calling. "Our stock's tanking." The CEO's screaming about federal contracts, corporate accounts pulling out. A businessman in the crowd mutters, "My firm's done with Sky High. I'm calling Delta." Then comes the moment that changes everything. Maya, standing tall in the terminal, pulls a leather case from her pocket. She flips it open, and the gold seal of the Federal Aviation Administration glints like a blade. "I'm Dr. Maya Ellis," she says, voice cutting through the noise, senior inspector for the FAA's Office of Aviation Security. "For 6 months, I've been auditing compliance and bias at gates like this one. Tonight, your agent gave me evidence of a systemic failure." The crowd gasps, phones zooming in. Karen's face crumples. "No, you can't be," she stammers. Maya's eyes don't waver. "You thought wrong. And now your airline answers for it." The fallout's immediate. The FAA grounds Sky High flights in 3 hubs: Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas. Corporate contracts vanish. Their stock drops 14% by morning. CNN loops the footage. FAA inspector racially profiled, passport destroyed. Twitter's ablaze, celebrities weigh in, an actor tweeting, "Hope that agent enjoys unemployment." Maya's words, "This is not over, it's just the beginning," become a rallying cry. Sky High fires Karen, but it's too late. She's indicted for passport mutilation, a federal crime. Her lawyer pleads stress, but the judge isn't having it. "Because you can is no defense," he says. Karen's name becomes a cautionary tale, her face a meme of arrogance undone. But Maya's not done. She launches Operation Skyline, a nationwide audit of airline procedures. Delta and United scramble, rolling out training, adding ombudsman. Passengers notice the change gate, agents hesitate, supervisors step in faster. In churches, people talk about Maya's calm as a sermon on dignity. In barbershops, they say, "She carried us all." Her story's no longer just viral, it's a movement. Then, quietly, Maya does something nobody expects. She writes to Karen, offering a meeting, a chance at the dignity program retraining, listening to passengers' stories, facing the pain she caused. Karen shows up, broken, trembling, no longer the smug gate agent, but a woman stripped bare. "I hate myself for what I did," she whispers. Maya's steady. "Hating yourself won't change anything. Listening might." Karen nods, tears falling, and starts the program. Sitting in rooms where travelers share their scars, veterans doubted, parents humiliated. "It's not punishment," Maya says, "it's grace, the harder path." By the time Maya speaks at a global aviation summit, her words carry weight. Dignity isn't optional. Grace isn't weakness. It's how we build a culture that lasts. The room erupts, not just in applause, but in recognition. Sky High's still bleeding, new CEO, lost contracts, a reputation in tatters. But the real change is in the terminals, where passengers feel seen, where arrogance pauses, where dignity breathes. So here's the thing, when I saw that passport rip, I froze, just like everyone else. But when Maya walked back out, badge in hand, I felt something shift. She didn't just expose Karen, she exposed a system. And then she offered a way forward, not just for her, but for all of us. So I'm asking you, what would you have done in that line? Stayed quiet, or spoken up? And when someone who's wronged you gets a shot at redemption, do you cheer for their fall or hope for their change? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk about what justice really looks like. Word count, 998.